You've heard this before, you've read it, and you know it, but I hope I can bring this home, okay? Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, for who the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. Okay, I want to go back to looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. So I want you to know that your life is tailor-made. I want you to get that in your spirit, that Jesus is the author and finisher of our faith according to my word, according to the Bible. And so what that means is our lives are tailor-made and our story is yet being written. It's still being written. And yes, everybody's story don't look so great, but that's because of the choices that we make. So we've deviated from the plan a lot of the times with our disobedience. But the author is still writing the story. It's not over. There are detours, there are delays, there are setbacks, there are setups, as well as there's triumphants. So do your best to be obedient to God as much as you can. Our lives are tailor-made, and the author writes the story. In any book you pick up, there is an author that has written the story. There is a beginning, there's a middle, and there's the end. And it ain't over until God says it's over. It's like this book right here. It has an author, John Bevere, and he's the best-selling author. But the best-selling author, or the best author that we got, is God working out for us, working our lives out. Our lives are tailor-made. But it's some deviations that have happened. It's because of the choices that we made. It's not because of God. It's because of us and our disobedience. And even though God knew the things we would do, we shouldn't have done it. Doesn't matter that God knew we would do it. We still shouldn't have done it. It's because God knows us, don't give us the right to do things we shouldn't do. But we use that as an excuse to do whatever we want because we know God knows we're going to do it in advance. That don't mean we should do it. So the author, our lives are tailor-made. Every story has an author. So I will say each of us have an author, and our stories are being written. Our lives are tailor-made. They're custom to ourselves because the Bible says God put no more on us than we can bear. But there's been some things that's been hurtful and hard because of the choices that we make. But it ain't over until God says it's over. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2, get that in your spirit, that Jesus is the author and finisher of our faith. It ain't done. It ain't over. Don't throw in a towel. And don't have a pity party. And if you are, stop. Ain't no benefit in it. Ain't no blessing in it. It's just wasted time. Dust yourself off, get back up, get back to praying again, get back to believing God again, get back to trusting God again, get back to reading your word again. I'm not asking you to trust people. I'm asking you to trust God again. I'm asking you to trust the Lord. And he'll tell you and show you the ones who are in your favor, who mean you well and not harm. I'm saying put your trust in God, your faith in God, who's the author and finisher of our faith. It's not over till God says it's over. Every book you pick up, anyone from a child's book to an adult's book, there is an author. Somebody writes it. When my Bible tells me that Jesus is the author and finisher of our faith, it lets me know he endured the cross. It lets me know he sits at the right hand of God. So let me tell you something. It ain't over until it's over. And I pray I bought that home for somebody. You've read it and you know it. But let that light bulb go off. That he's the author and finisher of our faith. It's like this book got an author. It has a beginning. It has a middle. It has an end. This is a story in this particular book. But I'm saying somebody wrote it. And so that lets me know our lives are being written out. They're tailor-made. And there's some victory and triumphance in there. It's just not lack and loss and hurt and pain. And the enemy want to make you feel like it's just lack, loss, hurt, and pain. But that's not true. You get some victory. You get some days where you get to be happy. You have some joy. Your strength is renewed. There's a lot of good things in our days. It's not all bad. Not always. Not always. Just know your life is tailor-made. Pick up your faith again if you dropped it. Start praising God again, believing God again, reading your Bible again, trusting God all over again. Our lives are not messed up because of God. Our lives are messed up because of us, the things we choose to do. We take responsibility for the things we chose to do. And we love God unconditionally because God loves us unconditionally. Stop giving God all these rules and regulations. That's why you're going to love him or not love him. Knock it off. Time out for things like that. Be blessed, be encouraged, and be inspired to know it's not over until God says it's over. Your story is still yet being written. Don't give up. Don't give in. And if you're having a pity party, dust yourself off. A pity party is just wasted time. Be blessed, be encouraged, and be inspired. Know that God loves you.